Good day, peeps. Welcome to episode 14 of the LENcast. Today's episode, there is just the three of us today. There is myself as host with the most, Garfield. We are joined by Benno from Corner Flag Games.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Ben. And Josh Ferreira from Crossbar Capers.
How are you guys? Apologies for last week.
Now, last week, you see, it was international break, wasn't it? That's the reason you weren't available, let's be honest.
100%, mate. 100%. That's exactly why I wasn't here. Too many games to get through.
Yeah, he flew over and watched Champions League. That's what he did.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think the last 2 weeks, because of international breaks, we've literally had to be talking about FIFA, which on record, I still don't think I'll be getting it. Just saying, might not. Don't know.
I'm with you, mate.
But I wanted to bring up the international break just because I wanted to sort of get yours guys' opinions on international breaks. Do you think they're good? Do you think they're good for the game? Do you think they're good for the players? Because, I mean, they've done this thing, like a league now, haven't they? I can't remember what they've called it, but they've got this league system. It's like, no, it's still a fucking friendly. It's still bollocks, in my opinion. I don't want to break the domestic season up any more than it already is. Can I just watch some good, proper football?
Yeah, look, obviously it's going to be... It's an interesting one. Again, Ben and I spoke a little bit about it on my channel a couple of weeks ago, and it's going to be one of those things where it's going to take time. Everyone will have to wait and see. I think the biggest thing about it is what people's reactions are to obviously some scorelines. Again, I think the biggest one, obviously, and the one that obviously everyone would be talking about right now would be obviously Spain smacking Croatia 6-0.
Oh yeah.
If that was in the World Cup, would that have happened? I don't think so. Did Croatia take it seriously? I don't think so.
This is what I think is the problem with having international friendlies. Even if they try and dress it up with having some sort of like league system with it, it's a friendly. The World Cup is a completely and the Euros and CONCACAF and all that. They're completely different because they're playing for something. Bringing in this league structure still doesn't feel like you're playing for anything. For me, it's still an international friendly. That's all it is.
Yeah. Well, and that's exactly it. It is a friendly, and obviously, international teams aren't going to risk players. If they've got niggling injuries and so forth, they're not going to play them in a friendly, which virtually means nothing. Look, at the end of the day, there is a possible chance that you could get a spot. Obviously, one of the first spots into the Euros and so forth, which obviously I'm sure your lower league countries would be looking at as possible. Like this is probably a very good chance to beat a team like Spain or England or whoever in a friendly scenario where they may not be taking it as serious, but being a club like, well, off the top of my head, I haven't even really got one to be fair, but like one of these really low, San Marino or friggin' Luxembourg, along those sort of lines, who, we might be able to go out and beat England or beat one of these sides. Luxembourg's a bad example, actually, because Luxembourg have actually beat England recently, in the last couple of years. But a lower league.
Bashing England now?
No. It just sort of comes. It literally just sort of comes to me. I sort of said Luxembourg and San Remo and went, well, I shouldn't probably really bash them. They actually beat England. Again, but at the same time, the England squad, I remember, it wasn't a fantastic squad. It was just slapped together and whatever plays we could because of through to injury and what have you. But yeah, look, at the end of the day, time's going to tell. Time will tell, and it'll be good for the Christmas breaks and stuff like that. Which I know for a fact Klopp's come out and stated that, look, he will look forward to it, just to give some players a bit of a run and so forth, like the likes of Lallana and players like that who may not be getting 100% first team football, just because of obviously the way, or the depth that say Liverpool have got at the moment. You know, they've got so much depth in there that they need these sort of. He'll take these friendlies on and go, right, you know, hopefully you get picked and go and frigging get some minutes under your belt, so we don't have to frigging loan you or whatever. But yeah, Ben. You know, obviously Ben knows. He's got a lot on it as well. Obviously, you know, his thoughts and his reasoning behind it as well. So, what do you think, Ben?
Look, in some ways it's good, in some ways it's bad. It's sort of like it's a bit of a double-edged sword. I agree with the fact that it gives smaller nations that aren't as prominent in football a chance to hit Euros and things like that. And I agree with sort of how they've sort of structured it in a league system. I don't agree with how the league system and the seeds in the draws work. I just feel it's a bit, well, I know they're saying it's based on FIFA World Rankings, but at the same point as well, we all know that FIFA World Rankings mean absolute dog shit.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, just the way that the sort of the pool of teams is structured, I feel is a bit... You can't fault the system, you fault the people that pick the system, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely. You and I know that firsthand, obviously, FFA over here in Australia.
Oh, yeah.
If the people could pick someone to run the friggin' obviously competitions and so forth over here, well, I'll just leave it at that. I won't go into it. Just because I don't want to get into trouble. I don't want them hearing my thoughts.
I was about to say, yeah, the Frank Larry will be down on your ass, mate.
Yeah, that's exactly it. The old codger, if he doesn't fall off the fucking podium.
If he doesn't fall off the stage first while he's presenting the trophy.
Yeah. But no, as you said, Dan, obviously the thoughts on it obviously is, I think we're all pretty much on the same sort of page in regards to it. It's, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. At the end of the day, I don't think any other player is looking at it any different than a friendly game. You know, 90 minutes, try and win, but at the end of the day, you walk off the pitch and go, cool. I'm sure Croatia, you know, I'm sure they didn't get into the change rooms at full time and friggin' I can't remember who's in charge of Croatia at the moment, but you know, the coach friggin' come down hammer and tongs on them and friggin' blast shit out of them, going, you know, what the hell was that performance? You should be ashamed of yourselves for wearing the friggin', you know, the crest of Croatia and la-di-da and all this sort of shit. I'm pretty sure he just would have walked in and, well, no one's seen that coming.
We still got to the World Cup final, boys.
And let's be fair, I think they'll be still on that high. I think Klopp said it best in an interview after that. They sort of come to him and that and said, you know, what were your thoughts on some of the score lines, obviously in the international break? And he said, well, he goes, at the end of the day, you can't fault Croatia. Lovren wasn't playing and they don't win without him. So that's probably my fault. That's probably my fault.
That man's sense of humour.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and that's pretty much it. At the end of it, too. You know, like the fact that he had nothing to do with Lovren. Lovren's injured, but still just taking the piss and, you know, blaming himself. It's got to be my fault. He got injured on obviously pre-season with Liverpool after the World Cup, and that's his fault. He apologised to Croatia, and they shouldn't be slamming him for it. He feels bad for them. So
he's basically apologised to Croatia, knowing that Croatia are going to come to him and say, well, it's your fault because you injured Lovren. He's just ahead of the curve. Smart man.
Hey, look, he's only telling it as everyone else on Optus Sports and SBS, and I'm sure whoever does it over in England, Sky or whatever, it would have been saying in the lead up to the final, you know, that Croatia do not really lose whilst he's playing. It's fact. Go look it up. Look at the stats. Every time Lovren plays, they pretty much win. So, you know, good on him for friggin' taking responsibility.
Can't beat a Klopp. Great personality.
No,
Absolutely great.
He is. He's just, exactly.
Oh, can I just take a moment now, while we're
as many as
talking
you
about
like.
managers and stuff, to congratulate Frank and Christine Lampard on the arrival of their Baba girl.
I did see that on Twitter.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I did see that. I did. Friggin', yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, by all means, congratulations, and obviously, hopefully, obviously, his wife can spare him for a little bit, obviously, to concentrate on Derby. But yeah, no, obviously another little one, and hopefully he bought him a. Was it a boy? Wasn't it boy?
A girl.
It was a
Girl. So obviously, hopefully, he bought her a Derby shirt instead of a Chelsea one.
Yes, hope.
All his family as well. I hope his family didn't go out and buy a shitload of blues. So, but yeah, no, absolutely, mate. Yeah. Congratulations to them, and again, he's hoping.
Congratulations from
Is
across the
hope
pond.
he grabs us on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good on him. Friggin' any other news? Babies, shaking hands, kissing babies. Friggin' you've got off that you know of, mate.
No, not really.
No.
I'm not. Like you might come out in this video as well. I've not been well for a couple of weeks, so I'm just I switch off from pretty much all social media for the most part, because it's just like, ugh, I can't even bother to read. Oh, look, I'm eating this for tea. Go fuck yourself.
Sounds like he's aged an extra 30 years. Sounds like I'm talking to my grandfather. Deep voices come in and.
Hey, I've stated before, as a dad, and we three dads here, our job is to be grumpy and no shit, right?
That's right.
I've said it before, I've said it again. So I'm just putting a bit of extra grumpy in just recently.
Obviously.
Go on.
No, you go, mate, go. Well,
No, I was going. If you're still on that line, I was going to go into a really tedious link and change on to the next topic. But
yeah,
if you've got something you still want to add,
no, mate. No.
Well, in that case, then. Speaking of grumpy, you can also associate saltiness with grumpiness, and nothing brings out salt in me like good old games. We have been discussing bringing some sort of extra content to the Len channel that's not just the podcast on a weekly basis. Maybe some sort of gameplays or vlogs or something. This was all explained in over on Ben Cornerflag Games YouTube channel on his channel update. So why not? We'll bring it to you, 6 people that listen to the podcast as well.
that'd be 2, because we're all subscribed, right?
Yeah, but I don't tend to listen back because I hate the sound of my own voice.
I'm the same.
And I hate it.
I know. I'm with you. It's great. It's great listening to the LENcast when I'm not on it. It's fantastic. It's entertaining, and I can last the whole hour or whatever you do. It's great. When I'm on it, though.
I listen to it back too when I'm not on it.
Yeah. Actually, it's fantastic.
Wait, what do you mean when you're not on it? You say
Thank you, Dan. You got it.
I was going to say, well, yeah, there you go.
Thank you, Dan. You got the joke.
Anytime you want to friggin' take a back seat, I'm sure we can find someone to fill your shoes. I hear Tomo's available.
Hey, he's a listener. Tomo's a listener.
I hear Tomo's available. As I said, I hear Tomo's available, obviously. But yeah, back to you, obviously. Back to obviously Len and more content and everything else. I wouldn't mind. Obviously, Ben and I'm coming down to Melbourne in a week, so obviously we might be able to do a little bit there. Obviously, to get up and running onto the network.
Who knows, mate? Might even be able to push ourselves through a live LENcast next week.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ, how are we going to friggin' cut Dan's
This
head
is
out
the
and put
first
it
time
on
I'm
a
hearing
stick?
of it. As host of this episode, it's the first time I'm hearing of that. But hey, I'll have to be on my game then. No editing. We've already edited about 2 hours out now.
We didn't want to say anything until we found a good photo of your head that we could stick onto a stick and then put it next to us.
I'll just pinch his Twitter profile photo. His Twitter. I'll just pinch his Twitch profile photo.
Get the coat hanger, put a shirt on it. one of the English shirts or something on it, and
Yeah, I've got an England shirt here.
yeah, there we go. See, we've sorted it out. I got one of my Derby shirts. I'll bring it down, whack it on. He'll be right.
I'm sorted.
It's sorted, mate. Covered.
This
yeah.
must be how actors feel when they're just doing like voiceovers for animation films and stuff. Yeah, great. That looks just like me.
Yeah,
I
they
am
rock up.
stick-
Yeah, they rock up with the
Kinda.
coffee in their hand and, in their dressing gowns. Yep, all right, I'm ready to go.
Spend 4 hours in makeup.
That's it. Must be what friggin' Jednak feels like every time he friggin' play. Every time he'll play FIFA 9, and it just
Where's me
doesn't.
fucking beard?
Okay, so before we get on to any more
Correct.
discussing LEN games or games that we could play
Yes.
for LEN or more content that we could bring to LEN, let's just reiterate. Now, it has come out in the Twitter, because Josh has just mentioned it. It has come out in Twitter recently that in FIFA 19, Mile Jedinak, the Australian captain, his beard has not made an appearance in FIFA 19.
I'm outraged.
To the keen-eyed FIFA player, i.e. myself, here's the thing, guys. Jedinak's beard has never been in a FIFA game.
No, it hasn't.
But it's
It
never
hasn't.
been. It's never looked as good as it does now, though.
It's still using the exact same Frostbite engine as last year.
No, I mean like in real life right now. Like his beard is mint right now. It's looking good. He's come prepared for the winter.
Mate,
To get
I tell you what, he is a dead ringer, and I've said this for years. He is a dead ringer for Ned Kelly.
You literally, yeah, you could put a friggin' tin hat on him.
He is.
He would.
For all
100%.
those Brits that don't know who Ned Kelly is, he's a very famous Australian, famous person in Australia. Go have a look at some older photos of Ned Kelly. Put them next to a photo of Mile Jedinak. It's problem solved. Why do I get the feeling that Dan's twinkling away on his phone now?
I just love the fact.
That's probably because we all know each other quite well, and you know that I had no idea who Ned Kelly fucking was. So yes, the Google Images has saved the day.
I love the fact that as Ben's just sort of said that, my head's just gone. He's been dead for decades.
Yes.
Beyond decades. So it'll be an old photo. Let me tell you guys, black and white for sure.
Oh well,
There's
for
like
sure.
cave paintings on this one, and
It's actually a movie. Friggin' go and find it. There is a movie.
Yes, with Heath Ledger and a friend of mine, Cody O'Prey. Shout out, Cody. Not that you'll ever listen to this.
He might.
comment. If
No,
you
we
do,
won't.
though,
Sorry.
and subscribe. Said comment if he does. Yeah, he's got to
Absolutely.
comment if you
Absolutely.
do,
Yeah.
and subscribe and likes good.
No, I just think it's. I don't think it's fair. Like, cool. Obviously, for someone who changes their hairstyle every freaking week, Firmino and Neymar and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, cool. Obviously, Pogba. Yeah, whatever. You're not going to put friggin' what hair he's gotten right then and there. Whatever.
Well, I don't know. Why the fuck not? They do enough fucking goddamn updates.
Yeah, update every week for all the hairstyles. But shit, something like a solid beard or freaking tattoos. There was I can't remember who it was. I was only talking to one of the guys the other week about it. I can't remember who was it. Oh, it was Marino. Obviously, he's got massive amounts of tattoos and so forth. But obviously, if you look at him in FIFA 18, he has a lot missing. I think it's just poor effort. Either leave them all out or put them all in.
Well, I look at it like this. If I can make my pro club's player to look exactly as I do, surely they can give Mile Jedinak a beard.
100%. 100%.
Well, I mean, I can't even give my pro club. I can't give the big man a proper beard like I've got.
Yeah, but that's the difference,
So-
mate. I can't grow a beard, so
Wow.
Oh, I definitely can. Just to make you feel better about it, mate. Full fucking beard. More hair on my chin than there is on my chest.
anyway,
As we're talking right now, I've just got the lineup for Liverpool. Southampton are $17, paying $17 to win.
no. Well, I've told you this beforehand, Josh. It's Liverpool versus the Liverpool Academy.
So, sorry, I keep on forgetting.
Ha.
It's not that I don't keep on forgetting. I try to forget that we've bought all these players from Southampton. But yes, so that's $17. I thought it would have been a little bit lower than that. Shit,
Yeah,
not playing.
I figured it would have been.
Liverpool $1.17, $7.50 for the draw. Not bad. Bet responsibly.
Anyway, getting on to
move on.
more LEN-related,
Yes.
LEN-related issues. Does anybody do you think we should maybe put it out to the masses of the whole 3 people that listen to this podcast, as suggestions for maybe something to play or do in regards to what sort of content they would like to see?
100%.
Well, yes, but at the same time, if you say, do you know what? It's like asking your wife, "What do you want for tea?" And she says, "Well, I don't know." Right? If you give infinite choices, no one really knows. We need to narrow it down. Like for me, GTA 5 playlists have definitely got to be up there.
Oh, hell yeah!
Yes. Yeah,
Because-
GTA. It's been a long time.
Yeah, and we've spoke before. Like, okay, I am a LEN member, but with GTA, my 72nd Street Saints are my bread and butter on GTA. I cannot convert over to LEN in Los Santos.
Oh,
And
but
I
you
know for a fact-
are still part of the LEN clan.
I'm still part of the LEN clan, but I will never show it. I will always have my 72nd. But I know for a fact I can get two of the 72nd crew to join us on playlists, and by my calculations, that's with the 3 members of the LEN, which have obviously Ben, Josh, and Terence. That's 3 versus 3. So when we do last man standings, it'll be pretty sheer hot. It will be the 72nd versus the LENcast or the Lads Entertainment.
That could be interesting.
Yes,
As long as WirelessVLOGS is up for it.
100%.
I'm sure we can turn him up. Sure,
Absolutely.
we can ruffle some feathers and get him geared up for it.
Bloody oath. We'll give plenty of notice to everybody.
I'm just hoping his internet
fact, no.
connection will hold out.
Oh, fucking poor old Terence.
In
mate.
fact,
Fuck you,
no, we won't give no notice. No, when it happens, we'll be like, hey, look, we're all on. Let's just record this. We'll record it, and then you'll get it as a surprise. It'll be like Christmas.
Well, unfortunately, they're going to have to see everything from my point of view.
dude.
Yes, maybe, but maybe not. I'll talk to you outside of the podcast about that.
Okay.
Hello. I'm with the fans. I'll just sit on the fence with you guys. I'll let them talk it out.
Well, no,
Um,
we can
I like
quite
surprises.
possibly get a few points of view,
Mm.
which would also mean then we have to bring in the 1, 2, 3 mark before we start recording.
But yeah, no, obviously we do need to get obviously a little bit more content out, obviously on the LEN network. Obviously, the podcast is good. Obviously, weekly podcast, it's great. Bit of banter, bit of laugh, it's good. But I think that we can definitely do more. And obviously, I think the fans, the 3 of them, apparently Dan has told us.
I said 6. You guys have halved it.
Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, I keep on forgetting because I'm a subscriber, so it can't be 6. So yeah, look, we can find something. There's got to be something we can do. Maybe we steer clear a little bit of, obviously of FIFA and football, sort of in general.
I think, yeah, I'm happy
Personally.
to stay clear. If we were to do something like with the Rivals Revival, that sort of thing can be on. I think could be on the LEN channel if we're all involved.
Hmm.
Ben just throwing ideas out and brainstorming for us.
Yeah, by all means.
But if we can steer away from sort of like as much FIFA or football stuff,
Yep.
because that's sort of like our channel's shiz bang.
Yeah, it's pretty much what everyone does. Everyone does. So as much
So
as
then it'll get. We still got our individual content, which
Oh,
I am.
I pose
terrible
a
at
game.
not really doing.
here we go.
Oh,
7 Days to Die.
Come again.
7 Days to Die.
I've seen this. This is the one where one person's like a horror character, and you catch them and hang them up
No.
on things. And no,
No.
oh,
Okay, explain.
7 Days to Die is the best way to describe 7 Days to Die is to go to Neebs Gaming on YouTube, and watch their playlist of it.
Link in
Basically,
the description below.
Basically, yes, I'll put the link in the description below. Basically, what you're going to do is every 7 days there's a massive zombie horde. You have to spend 7 days building, gathering, building yourself up to survive the 7-day zombie apocalypse.
There you go.
Wait, so you got 7 days, and then you've got 7 days of zombie apocalypse.
No,
And then
you
you've
have
got
1
7
day.
days.
You have 1 day of zombie apocalypse where all the zombies just run at you. But yes,
Potentially, then that's a potential game. Then there's what
Yes.
I'll propose another game. Then if we're going on this, we'll go Trials Fusion.
I don't think I've got Trials Fusion.
Yeah.
It was a monthly game.
I
If
know.
You, keep
I'll
up.
download it.
If you add it to library, you'll have it.
We can do Mafia 3.
Mafia 3 is only single player, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
That was the whole reason I didn't really start it because
True. I just
there was
thought,
no
yeah, I didn't think
multiplayer.
about it. Friggin', actually, you know what I seen on friggin' a YouTube channel a while ago? And I can't remember who it was. I should have actually subscribed to it because it was funny. They played. Well, there's a group of them. There was about 6 of them, and they weren't obviously all in the same room. They were from all over. I think they are in England, to be fair. Different parts or whatever it was. So pretty much just as we are now, and they played Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, wow.
Oh yes, the
And it
game.
was-
That's
and it-
definite. That's mature audiences only.
And
So definitely
it
up for
was
that.
it was freaking hilarious. Just watching these guys, the way they done it, they virtually it was just they obviously they all had their own cards sort of thing, and they'd pick up it's an honesty thing, you just pick up a card and you do your shit, but it was funny. It was just so funny.
Yeah.
Obviously the guys are just
Okay, that's a definite no. No, I play the actual hardcore or hard copy, if you like, Cards Against
Yeah.
Humanity.
Yeah, I've got the
Relatively
hard.
reg-
I've got the hard copy of it.
I was going to say, I think it was
unemployed as well. A games night. If there was some way where we could do a proper games night, that would be freaking awesome. But unfortunately, there's a massive gap, and even if we were to drill through the middle of the earth, it would still take a while to get there. But not as long though. Yeah.
I can confirm I have Trials
It's fun.
Fusion.
He has Trials Fusion, so there's another one for the short list. We've got Cards Against Humanity. Can I also say, and also before I do say, any channel that we do name, do we link in the description below?
Oh, I would generally say so, yes.
Right then. Hat Films. Sorry for screaming kids if they come through. Hat Films. I watched a video of them last night. They do a thing called Having a Bash.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll play sort of random games. 3 guys, British guys, are part of the Yogscast. And they were playing Uno on a computer. Now, I was watching it and I was thinking, actually, I wouldn't mind jumping on a bit of Uno with like you guys. That would be quite funny.
I'm not a very good Uno player. I must admit, I do rage.
Neither am I. But that's what it's there for. That's if it was, we've got to have some rage. There's got to be rage. That's why I'm suggesting like your GTAs, your Trials Fusions, your Unos, all very rage-inflicting games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very much so. But yeah, obviously.
Wonder if
Yeah,
there's an
there's-
online version of Monopoly.
I was just thinking that too, eh?
You can. I do have one on my PlayStation, but I don't know how it works internet-wise. Every time I've played it with other people, it's been on the same console.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, could you imagine that playing Monopoly on friggin'? That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, but who really wants to sit down and watch 8 hours of Monopoly?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Ben only lasts. It'll be only a short video. Throw something and then throw the coffee table and it'll be over.
Tip the virtual coffee table up, all the bits go all over the floor. I'm not paying your fucking hotel prices on Mayfair.
I don't know. It won't be the virtual reality coffee table. It'll be the fucking real one, straight through the TV or something.
I don't have a coffee table in my studio.
It'll be something.
Does it have coffee on it though?
No,
Chair.
that's reserved for my computer desk, or one of them.
It'll be something. But you play heaps of that, like, all that sort of stuff. You know, like the dicey games. You can play Trouble and all that sort of shit.
See, the other thing as well, of course, is if we're throwing ideas out, You've got PC wise, you've got Gary's Mod, and then you can from Gary's Mod you've got Trouble and Terrorist Down, Prop Hunt. There's a whole host of different sort of games that Gary's Mod will provide. So there's something else that we could potentially look into.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure we could almost work in something basic like friggin' not charades. Freaking what's it called? Bloody celebrity heads. Can you imagine that?
Oh God.
Could you imagine? Obviously, Ben would get a female. Someone really harsh. Pauline Hanson. Can't spring to mind.
Well, in other gaming-related news, if we're going to go on to gaming-related stuff, very briefly, it has since come out in media and in pre-orders that the mini classic PlayStation 1 has been put out to the masses, well, in this country at least, for pre-orders.
Yep.
Thoughts?
December 3.
December 3, yes.
Yeah, look, I've spoken to the guys I work with, and we are going to get them. I've told my boss I want one, but I'm not paying full price, so sort something out with them. Because I think $150 is a bit steep, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, but look, it'll be good. I think they've announced 5 games out of the 20 that will come already preloaded in the console. I think Road Rage was one of them. Final Fantasy, and there's a few others there as well that have been named already, but obviously 15 to be named, which would be interesting. You'd imagine Spyro and probably Crash Bandicoot and
or games that I've already got on my fucking PS4.
That's the thing, and that's what I was about to say. Do you think that they would put something like Crash Bandicoot or Spyro on there, knowing that they're actually recently or upcoming have a physical release?
Yeah, of course they will, because they've got Final Fantasy VII on there, and that is a game that like last Christmas I downloaded it on the PS4 and I hammered that game again for multiple hours because I was off work. So all the games that are on there, really, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I still got my PS1. It's boxed up in a very tatty box. I don't know how well it would work nowadays, but
I have quite a few of them.
But this is the thing, like, it's coming with 20 pre-installed games now. There's a certain amount of games. But FIFA 19 would be great. You can imagine that on PlayStation 1.
That'd be fantastic.
How far we've come. How far we've come. No, I don't know. I know there's a Street Fighter, I think, been announced on it as well.
No, Tekken.
Some of these games, Tekken, that's the one. A lot of these games were ones that I just still have and had no interest in back in my younger years.
Okay, so I have the list. I've got the list up.
I can say, am I going to buy it? No.
We've got Final Fantasy VII, Jumping Flash, Ridge Racer Type 4, Tekken 3, and Wild Arms.
I do believe, don't quote me, but I do believe from a mate of mine who is into that sort of shit, Abe's Odyssey will be one of the games.
Ah, yep. Now, the issue that I see with the PlayStation Classic, I see two major issues. Excuse me. One is that the controllers that you get with it are not analog stick controllers.
No.
They're the original ones, so that's going to count out good games like Ape Escape.
True.
The other side of the coin is that when it comes to things like the Nintendo Mini NES and the Mini SNES, it was okay for them to sort of do that because they hold all the licenses for all those games from back in those days. The issue you have with Sony and the PlayStation is that a lot of third-party developers developed for the PlayStation console. So for Sony, they have to then go into... for them to get a game like that onto that classic system, they don't hold the rights for it. So they've got to go out to the individual publishing houses that hold the rights, or who currently hold the rights for those games, because a lot of them have changed hands and gone defunct in recent years. Most notably, if they wanted to put something like Mortal Kombat on there, would be difficult because, Midway Games doesn't exist anymore. That's been sucked up by Warner Brothers Entertainment. So they would have to get a game like that, they would have to then go to the individual publishing houses, pay a licensing fee again to that company to have that game on their classic console.
Third problem, it wasn't the PlayStation Classic that we were all it wasn't the console we were all after. The one we really wanted to be seen released as a classic ends in 64.
Correct.
True. But obviously, there are a lot of games there that obviously I would like to see. Like, you could go back, a lot harder for us to go back because we're old. Not so much for Terrence because he was born about that time.
No. PlayStation. The original PlayStation was released in 1994, so it's older than Terrence.
No, was it 94? No, it was 95,
no,
I think.
No, it's older, 95, yeah.
I might be looking at the American release date, or the Japanese release date.
Also, Terrence was 90, I think he was born in 98. 96
or 98?
Yeah, so around the same period, Obviously, but some of the old school games, like Metal Gear Solid. Oh, classic. GTA 2. Let that sink in. Grand Theft Auto 2.
Grand Theft Auto London.
Oh, yeah, that was a good game too.
They have to put the original Gran Turismo on there.
You would imagine so. Friggin',
See, that's the thing. Would they be able to put, like, GTA on? Because, as I see it, you're not going to have a lot of, in my opinion, a lot of young whippersnappers that shouldn't be playing under 18s games really looking at the PlayStation 1 and thinking, wow, that's shit. That's all they're going to be doing because they only know good graphics. Correct. They didn't have to put up with the triangles that we did.
Oh, Dino Crisis, that was another good one.
Yeah, and
Tomb Raider.
You've also got to keep in mind, guys, that they don't have that. They don't have that sort of. They don't have the analog stick, so it's got to be games that were compatible in the day with just the D-pad.
Yeah,
Premier Manager 98.
Yes.
The best manager game I've ever played.
Yes. I remember playing Pepsi Man. Classic.
Pepsi Man, that's a disgusting game.
Oh, it was a classic, but it was a classic game.
But still, it's not the N64, so I don't think if the classic N64 came out, I think I'd be all over that motherfucker.
Oh, I'd have hundreds of them.
Well, you got to think, obviously,
sell them off at a higher price.
One of your two, obviously, more familiar games. Obviously, I think the original Digimon World was on PlayStation 1.
It was.
And it was
1999 or something, or 2000 or something like that, I think. So
I always ended up trying to get the best Digimon on that game, and I always ended up with, like, Shitmon.
Yeah, that original first Digimon World game, mate, all I ever wanted to do was throw that thing at a wall. It was so infuriating.
Wasn't it? To be fair, the newer one, which I know we've said God knows how many freaking goddamn times, but we will have to do some sort of dual coverage of that, either on my channel or a stream or something, Ben, soon. But when you see it, that game can be just as bad, especially when you're starting out.
Yeah. Okay, so I've pulled up a list of some PS1 games, moving on from the Digimon, because people don't like to listen to our podcast to hear that. But yes, it will happen.
Digimon,
we will get the Digimon stuff done.
Monsters, Digimon are
the
champions. Digimon.
Okay, so going back, I'm just looking at a very quick list. Joshua, Metal Gear Solid Shout is currently at number 1 on this list. But I fail to see how they're going to implement Gran Turismo 2 when they've already got Ridge Racer 4. Or even Gran Turismo 1. The original Xenogears.
Oh, yes.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
What about the 007 series? The World Not Enough, Tomorrow Never Dies.
Nah, they won't put any of that on there.
No.
What else have we got? Resident Evil 2.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that'll require more than just a D-pad, so that probably counts that out. Chrono Cross.
Oh, that was a good game. Yes.
What else have we got here? Tony Hawk Skateboarding 2.
WWF Warzone.
Oh man, if they freaking put Tony Hawk on there, I swear to God.
Yeah, I dare say they're going to put a Street Fighter of some description on there, possibly, if they can secure the rights through. Who's got Street Fighter? Is it Capcom?
Yeah,
Or Konami.
Or Konami, one of them two.
Look at Rugrats.
Command and Conquer, Red Alert.
Oh, that was a good game.
And yes, Josh, I agree with your shout. Rugrats, Search for Reptar, hell yes.
Oh mate, that was a cracking game. It really was.
The other one I would love to see, but I don't see them implementing it because of the content in it. Bit more of an adult game. Silent Hill.
Oh, that was a good game too.
Wait, no, wait. Oh no, we've already said they weren't confirmed. No, ignore that. I mean, you could almost edit this bit out with the other 2 hours that we've edited out at the start. But
alternatively, if they're going to throw a Crash Bandicoot game in there, I'd love to see Crash Team Racing.
Yes.
oh yeah,
yes.
The only game that possibly could have given Mario Kart a run for its money.
Oh, that's a big call.
Yeah.
I don't see
if it was done properly. If it was done properly, mate.
I don't think they'd put something like Quake 2 or anything on there.
The original Doom would be good.
There's a lot of great racing games on the PlayStation 1. I'm going through this list and I'm flicking through it and I'm like, I used to play that. V-Rally, Colin McRae Rally.
Colin McRae Rally. Fucking oath. That was a good one.
Tomba or Tombi.
WWF SmackDown.
Oh yes. SmackDown, friggin'
Siphon Filter.
SmackDown 2.
WWF Warzone. Oh,
Warzone. Yeah.
Love Warzone.
That game gave me nightmares.
I've got a few on this one here. We've got Siphon Filter.
Yeah, it was okay. I didn't really get into it, but yeah, it was.
I don't know how they're going to implement this one, but it would be a very big miss from the console. Time Crisis.
Oh, Time Crisis. Hell yeah.
Rayman.
Time Crisis is not more of an arcade game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's where it was originated, yeah.
Rayman is another one.
Yeah.
Fucking Rayman.
Yeah, I think it's owned by Ubisoft now. But yeah, I'm scrolling through a lot of these, and I know a lot of they're all third party.
Oh, Celebrity Deathmatch.
Oh, Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah, the original. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
I'm sure I said about Tomb Raider.
Did you?
Yeah, when I was talking about triangles.
Oh, sorry, I apologise. Yeah, Lara Croft had triangle boobs back then.
Oh yeah.
With and then of course you've got the dinosaur of the original Tomb Raider.
The original Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was a good game. That was a good game.
Anyway,
that was a good game.
There's this list. This is like a top 100 list that I'm looking at. It looks fantastic. Again,
yeah. Leave your comments below in that one if you've got.
Yeah, comments. Smash the comments. What would you want to see on the PlayStation Classic?
Or one of you that's still listening now, comment.
Yeah. We're all Sony fanboying. Can't tell that we all own PlayStation 4s.
Absolutely.
But yeah, again, just to sort of wrap this point up a bit, there's a lot of... They're going to have to do a lot of work with third-party developers, because if they're only going to go through the Sony Computer Entertainment Europe library, it's going to be a very small library.
I'm going to say, as I see it, though, if it's coming out in December, right at the start of December as well, that's all sorted already.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be probably... They probably released 5 of the... What was it, 20? You say 20 games, so they probably released 5 of the biggest known. It's like, you know, when you watch a movie trailer and like you're like, oh, that is going to be funny because that was funny, but literally it just showed you the funniest bits of the film. The rest of it is shit. That's what I've got a feeling it's going to be like.
Yeah.
So to sort of wrap things up, well, it's clearly because they've got Final Fantasy on there. Obviously, they've got some sort of agreement with Square Enix. So anything Square Enix, Crystal Dynamics, Tiato, Play Online, Visual Works, Beautiful Game Studio, all those sort of companies that come under Square Enix as well would be, or anything that's older, like with the old Enix and Squaresoft, would be able to go in there already.
Yeah, look, it's gonna be interesting. Obviously, I think they're gonna leave some of the bigger ones virtually close to December. So,
I think they've already announced the big ones personally, but
no, I reckon they've gone the other way. I reckon they may have released one, which would be Tekken 3
and Ridge Racer.
And Ridge Racer.
So again, you sole listener listening, who's right, me or some Aussies?
Yeah.
Comment below.
By all means. Friggin' leave. As I said, yeah, this is a really good, obviously, topic to get obviously input from everyone else. So as I said, if there's other games that you want to see that we haven't, said about, and obviously there's plenty. I can remember when I first got my PlayStation, took it over to my uncle's mate's joint, and he chipped it for me, and then had Christ knows how many games on there that I didn't even.
I got the box. I didn't do the chip. I got the box, the one you plugged into the back with the spring in the disc bit.
We didn't get those here.
Yeah, we didn't get them. Yeah,
you put a real disc in first. It span up, then it stopped. Took it out, put your copy disc in, then it worked.
You used to do the disc change method.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Right. Yeah, that one.
Basically, there was like a Game Shark box on the back, and you could just, back in the day where you could go through cheat books, and if you had access to the internet, you got all these codes, and you wrote them all down on a scrap of paper. Young folk don't know about it no more.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you there.
Anymore.
So yeah, that method didn't really kick off over here because Game Shark wasn't very well known over this side of over the ditch.
Yeah, no.
So
I wouldn't say. I mean, I'd say that was very early Game Shark there.
It was.
So, but it was good. Like LMA Manager. There you go. There's one that you can use a standard control pad for on PlayStation.
Fantastic. So yeah, the Game Shark wasn't massive over here, so that sort of got fallen away. We all got ours chipped. I've got 7 or 8 PlayStation 1s plus a mini PS1 in my house that still work. All different revision models, and I think 3 of those are chipped.
Like I say, I'm getting the impression you're a bit of a hoarder, Ben.
He is.
When it comes to electronics and video games, mate, I don't throw them out.
Absolutely.
I don't throw them out.
Oh, Demolition Derby would be another good one. Just off the top of my head.
Twisted Metal.
Oh, yes.
Demolition Derby was friggin' unbelievable. So good.
It was awesome.
It was really good game. But yeah, look, we'll move on. Again,
we're all old fuckers, and nostalgia can really bring out.
Oh, mate!
See, at the start of this episode, right? Just insight, we were like, "Oh, we got any topics?" Oh God, we didn't know. I was like, "Oh, let's just wing it. We'll just need one to start with." We start with international breaks, and look where we are now. We've got a podcast out of it.
To be brutally honest, we've been going for quite a while now, and I was about to say we're due to wrap up relatively soonish, and we haven't even spoken about the Champions League yet.
Oh, the old Champions League. So yeah, well, righto. Let's get into that. Finish up again. Comment down below. That's the biggest thing. We can't stress it enough. Comment down below because I want more ideas of what's going to come out.
We want to know your thoughts. We want to know.
Yeah, we want to know what friggin' other games we haven't said that are going to go, like, especially for us old farts, go, oh, yeah.
Yeah, Dale, get on it.
Yeah, Dale, yeah, absolutely. Dale's old. He's getting there. So, yeah, anyway, we'll move on to the Champions League. You can go, Ben, start off.
So, Champions League happened. It was fantastic. Ronaldo got red carded. It was hilarious. Sadio Mane, absolutely fantastic.
Made Neymar look like a complete dick.
Yeah, had Neymar chasing his tail. Oh, lads!
Did you see the tweet of the week? Are we going to say tweet of the week while we've watched the thing? Because did you see? Well, you must have seen my tweet of the week. I know we normally do it at the end, but while we're on the topic of Champions League, whoever did the little GIF that I have retweeted and tagged Lads Entertainment in, and all you guys. It was brilliant.
It was. So, go check out the Lads Entertainment Network Twitter. You will be able to find all our tweets of the week for this episode. So Dan has just discussed his. It is a visual one. Go watch that GIF. It is absolutely hilarious. But, guys, we'll move into our tweets of the week later on, as they are unrelated to Champions League. So, thoughts on some of the results?
Yeah, look, there was definitely some interesting ones, and there was definitely some, obviously, ones that most would possibly would have predicted. I'm going to go with one that didn't have many goals, but for me, I watched it and it was an unbelievable game. Red Star Belgrade versus Napoli was unbelievable.
Yeah,
it was phenomenal. It was just edgy as seat. You know what I mean? Like they both created so many chances and they both made so many fuck ups. The goals didn't happen.
Kruvena Zevzada or something like that played Napoli.
Correct, which is Red Star Belgrade.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is.
So why did they change the name?
Because they're idiots. That's a short version. The original name was, they've always been Red Star Belgrade, but yeah, I don't really know why they just don't stick to one.
Well, they've made me look like a dick.
It's all right, mate. We forgive you. But yeah, that for me was a good game. It was just it was back and forth, plenty of stuff happening. The only other one that was for me fantastic was watching Lyon beat City.
Oh,
unbelievable!
So much yes.
Oh, mate, it was just so good. I was actually watching, as I said, Napoli and Belgrade, and obviously I flicked over. I was flicking between a few of them, and sort of looked at the score, and it was like, 2-1, getting close to the end. I'm like, holy shit, Lyon doing the job. Happy days. Unlucky for all the City fans out there. Oh.
See, the one that I find rather interesting is the 2-2 draw between Shakhtar Donetsk and Hoffenheim.
Yeah,
I was going to bring that one up.
Yeah, that to me seems like, well, I mean, Hoffenheim did well with only 34% possession, but Shakhtar over the past few years have been pushing and pushing and pushing to get, to get themselves like known and relatively unknown to the untrained football person.
Sorry, guys. Matip just scored a header. 2-0 Liverpool. Sorry.
Fantastic.
Continue on.
But yeah, looking at their squads as well, Hoffenheim were playing with 5 at the back as well. So you would have expected them to generally be playing 3 on the attack.
Yep.
But I've just had a look at the statistics on your Napoli Red Star Belgrade game, Josh. How it ended up, how a team like Napoli drew with Red Star Belgrade and having 74% of the possession.
Correct.
Is mind-boggling.
It's funny though that you say that, because like 75%.
20 shots they had.
Wow.
Yeah.
For those at home listening, or one of you.
But only 8 on target. That is disgraceful.
But Red Star...
Oh, yeah, I didn't see the blocked stat. I was like, it didn't make sense because they said 8 on target, 7 off, and then I was like, well, that's not 20, but 5 were blocked.
Napoli, 14 fouls.
That's what killed them.
Wow.
That's what killed them. They every time Red Star went forward, and again, it didn't happen often, as you can tell by the percentage, but nearly every time they did, Napoli shit themselves.
Wow. and that's the sort of thing that I like about the Champions League. You get a big team like Napoli come up against a relative, not I wouldn't call Red Star Belgrade an unknown team. They are well known. amongst the Eastern European regions and even over here in Australia. But they're a completely different class to what Napoli are. But if you, Napoli, one of the big teams, are shitting yourself over somebody like Red Star Belgrade coming at you, then there's a worry.
Correct.
Red Star are going to push forward. They ain't got nothing to lose.
Yep.
They've made it. They've got their name in the Champions League again. Just getting to the group stage for them is going to give them the financial injection that they need.
Correct. Yeah.
They're known. That and this is where I like the Champions League, because you do get some giant killings, and they are fantastic to watch.
Yep. Dan?
Well, like Liverpool beating PSG, that's a giant kill, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Yeah.
I was about to mention that.
Yeah.
But the only other game really of note was I felt a little bit sorry for Tottenham, to be honest.
Washing your mouth out.
Yeah, I'm never going to see Derby in the Champions League. Let's be honest. So, for the most part, I will support every British club. No, not British. No, if Celtic were now, I wouldn't give a shit. Every English club that are in there, I will follow them while they're progressing. And Tottenham's 2-1 defeat seemed really sort of like just a hard pill to swallow.
It would have been for them, because I don't
the
believe...
last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You go from winning 1-0 to losing, and a 92nd minute winner is like, oh, you fuck.
Oh, they did a Birmingham special.
Birmingham.
But, I mean,
They did a Birmingham
special.
special. They lead for the majority of the game, and they throw it away in the last 10 minutes.
But I mean, if I'm being honest, my highlight of the Tuesday night fixtures was actually in the National League, where Sutton lost 4-0 to Boreham Wood.
Oh, that's no good for Wayne Brown.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Brownie? You moved to the club. You hadn't lost the game.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was going to say that. I was sitting pretty good at the time. Wow, that's I've got a... Yeah, go.
You've also got to. Yeah, I guess you should say you also had on the Tuesday night that if you looked at the match stats for the Derby Blackburn match, that's another one of those. How did they end 0-0? Here you go. I've got them right now. So possession. Derby were at home. We had 62.3 to their 37.7. We had 22 shots to their 6. We only had 3 on target. But how the hell it was 0-0, I will never know. It should have been about 6 at half time.
Well,
Um,
And that is better than Champions League because it's championship.
Okay, before we jump off this,
wait. I've got one really quickly. Obviously, because I do want to quickly talk about Europa because there is a couple of games there which I think were fantastic. But in more exciting news, not for me and Dan, but Shay Adams has just given Birmingham the lead over Leeds United.
Yes!
Ooh, that's actually good.
That's a brilliant segue, Josh, because what I was about to say is I've just pulled up the championship table, and we are currently sitting in 20th, and the only other team, aside from us, is Ipswich Town. In last place, we are the only two teams yet to win a game in the championship.
Well, if your first one's against Leeds...
I'll take that because Leeds are sitting top. They haven't lost a game yet.
It's going to give you...
Leeds are hard to look past early stage whether they're going to actually do all right or not.
Yeah, but they were like that last year too.
Yeah.
But yes, and in saying that as well, we've also had the most draws in the league.
Correct.
On 6. So we're not losing.
Oh. And Derby are winning. Woohoo! We went 1-0 down in first minute, but we're winning 2-1.
That's it. But yeah, obviously... Quickly, there is a game that I do want to touch on in the Europa, and that was bloody who was it? Hang on a sec. And Eintracht Frankfurt beating Marseille 2-1 with 10 men.
Oh!
Now, we talk about giant killers. You know, Marseille pretty much, as far as I'm concerned, in the French league, considering there's not It's not, there's not that many teams in the
at
league.
Marseille as well.
At Marseille. Yeah. The bloke who got sent off, I think it was like in the 60th. So you had about half hour. They've had about a half hour. So hang on.
An 89th minute winner.
And Marseille did take the lead in that game in the 3rd minute.
Oh,
So
wow.
Yes, they did.
they scored 2 goals.
Sorry.
Yep.
Just to give a quick update. Stoke are also losing now.
Oh,
Yes!
Burn have just gone 1-0 up.
Oh, thank God for that.
Actually, looking at these Europa League results as well,
Yep.
there were some decent games, to be fair.
Yeah. Rangers Villarreal was good.
I was about to say, Rangers Villarreal, 2-2. Little-known Austrian team, Rapid Wien beating Sparta Moscow, 2-0.
Mhm.
Little known English team, Chelsea, won against PAOK.
Here you go. The other Russian big mob, Zenit St. Petersburg, drawing 1-1 with Copenhagen.
And massive shout out to the keeper for Zenit.
Keeper for Zenit.
Australia's own. Vukovic, is it Vukovic over there? No, who was it?
No,
It is
Vukovic isn't there.
Yeah, who's there?
Is
Bloody
Vukovic in Zenit?
Yeah, what's his name? Friggin' hang on, just give me a sec. I will tell you it is. Was it Zenit? I thought it was positive.
No,
It was Zenit.
no. You're thinking of Vuka, who's at Club Bruges.
No.
No, Vuka's not at Club Bruges. Where's Vuka?
Zenit.
He's not at Zenit.
What about the 2 Red Bull teams as well?
Yeah, the Red Bull
We're gonna
Derby.
wait.
Oh! Che Adams has done it again!
Boom.
2-0!
Oh.
It is.
Hey!
It is.
Wow.
Oh, and Derby have scored at the same time. Mason
Yeah.
Mount's just put us 3-1 up.
Oh! It's all going off tonight.
It's raining.
It's all going off. It's raining goals.
Raining goals. I was positive he was friggin'
No, Vuka's at Genk.
Gink. That's right. So my apologies. Yeah. I thought they were in the Europa.
Can't remember off the top of my head.
Neither can I, to be fair.
Yes, Genk are.
They are. There you go. There they are.
Yes,
There you
they
go.
are. What other results have we got here now that I'm flicking through? Slavia Prague beating Bordeaux 1-0.
Yeah. AC getting out of jail. Denderling.
Yeah, I
Good
still
doing.
think this one looks like the best one. Dynamo Zagreb 4-1 over Fenerbahce.
Yeah, right. Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
That is
Yeah.
massive.
Celtic got out of jail against Rosenborg. I think they scored the winner in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Dynamo Zagreb Fenerbahce. Right. Dynamo Zagreb beat Fenerbahce 4-1 with 36% possession.
Oof.
Counter-attacking at its finest.
Yeah. But Benfica, we had a draw against PAOK, and friggin' Porto friggin' got lucky against friggin' Schalke. Bastards.
Yeah. Sounds like we're just reading from pages now. So what we're going to do, guys, I think it's time that we
Yeah.
start to wrap this thing up.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, as your host.
With the mostest.
No, I think the host that I'm definitely not a hostess, although my man boobs would probably suggest otherwise if you.
Oh, tweets of the week.
I'll give you a run
Oh
for your
yeah,
money.
tweets of the week. I mean, we've already gone through mine, but you two, we need your tweets of the week.
Alrighty. Well, I'll grab mine because it's here, and it's from a little-known Australian A-League player. I say that with all jest in my voice. He's an ex-Newcastle boy, and he currently now plays for Adelaide United. So it's from his Twitter. His name is Taylor Regan. And what it is, the tweet is a photo of him rugged up very snugly in his Adelaide United jacket, sitting in the grandstand watching a game with his phone up to his ear. And he has put on this, he's put, "I'll be home in 10 minutes. Turn the electric blanket on now, please. I'm fucking freezing. Hashtag mummy's boy."
He's such a mummy's boy, but.
And that's my tweet of the week.
Well, mine comes from obviously the A-League as well. Just a little shit club called Coast Mariners.
Oh god.
And it pretty much is. I'll tell you what it says, and then I'll tell you who said it. So it pretty much states, "I want to come to the Central Coast and belong. I really want to be a part of something. I'm a hard worker who loves to win football matches. On the pitch, on the pitch and off the pitch, I put in as big of a shift as anyone to achieve that. That's why I am coming to the A-League." Now, I couldn't think of a worse signing for the Central Coast Mariners to try and bail him out of jail when he says he likes to win matches, and let's be honest, he's been playing for Villa, and he was part of the reason why they got dropped. So, Ross McCormack, welcome to the A-League again. You dick.
He's now become my most hated footballer of all time.
So
It's bad enough you play for the Villa, but now you come to Australia and play for the Jippos as well? Son, you are dead to me.
Villa.
You are dead to me.
Wow.
Leave a comment below, Ross, when you listen back. Give your
100%.
response.
Absolutely. By all means. We'll see you in round 7, I think it is. First derby. And be prepared to cop plenty of shit from Ben.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure we'll be not wearing his Jets shirt that day. We'll be wearing his Birmingham one.
No, because I'll probably bump into that Jets fan that always rocks up in a Villa shirt.
Oh yes.
I just want to smack him.
Please do. So, no, absolutely. That's obviously the tweets of the week. Dan?
Yeah, that's the tweets of the week, and that is the end of the LENcast for this week. If you want to go check out all the tweets of the week that were mentioned, and, well, just do it anyway. Go and follow us on Twitter. Links on screen and in descriptions below. Don't forget to check out all YouTube channels. That will also be on the screen and in the description below. There's some really good shite that gets put out on those, you see. I don't know why I've gone Irish, but fuck it. I don't want to know. But no, go check them out. There's some really good content, especially with FIFA 19 around the corner. There's going to be a lot of content coming from Ben's channel.
Yep.
Of course, let's not forget the Terrence as well. Go hit him up on Twitter and his YouTube channel as well. I'd big up my Twitch, but I don't stream shit all. So, yeah. Thank you for listening, all three of you. Thank you, Ben and Josh, for being here for episode 14 of the LENcast.
Thank you very much.
By all means, mate. Pleasure.
And until next time. Oh, Manchester City have just scored. Aguero! Toodles.